it's very clear that a critical incident investigation and review needs to be done. But further to that, I believe that a more comprehensive investigation needs to be completed. We need to understand not only what happened here in as much detail as possible, we need to understand how we can prevent this from happening again to any Manitoba family. We will also be I will be directing that a more comprehensive investigation be completed so that we can understand more broadly and systemically what took place and what needs to be done to prevent this from happening again. Part of what we're seeing in our healthcare system, in our emergency rooms, I would say largely what we're seeing is the direct result of 3 of our largest emergency rooms being closed. The people who staffed those ERs lost from critical care and acute care in our system in that way. So we know that there's some real structural damage, systemic damage that was done to healthcare that we are working to repair, but doing a more intensive investigation here allows us the opportunity to also understand where else we need to make sure we're paying close attention to and strengthening, not only to repair that structural damage that was done, but to ensure that we're building up capacity in a way that better serves Manitobans for the long term. That is what Manitobans deserve, and we're going to keep working with families who very generously share their experiences with us so that we can understand the realities of what's going on. The critical incident review is going to be specific clearly to this patient, right? And the experience and the journey that they had in healthcare and understanding what happened, and yes, make recommendations on how to prevent that from happening again. The investigation that we are going to be ensuring takes place is going to have a bit more of a systemic approach to it, right? It's going to be looking at more broadly, every point of the way where there may have been opportunities missed, and also taking a look structurally at what more work needs to be done and where there are opportunities. And also looking at, what policy changes perhaps need to be made. It's one thing for there to be recommendations, for there to be specific, areas where we know we can make some changes, but now is the time for us to not shy away from perhaps looking at making the necessary policy changes and structural changes if that's what's indicated needs to be done.